I'm lucky enough to be able to have literally any hardware I want for my own setup. That includes hardware for my computer, but also keyboards, mouses, chairs, desks, headphones. That's because on one hand, I review products, a lot of stuff gets sent in for free, and also owning a PC building and repair business, I also buy stuff in bulk, and I have the chance to buy basically whatever I need at a lower price, and it's also used for business. With that said, you guys ask me what I have in my personal setup. And since this is a small community, I try to always answer to videos requests. So here we are today with a setup tour, basically explaining what I use in my day-to-day as a PC builder, but also as someone who could literally pick whatever he wants. Let's get started. First of all, I wanted to show you briefly how my setup is. You will notice it's actually a wooden desk. I'm Italian, I got it custom made here in Italy. It's not one of those fancy hydraulic desks which I use and review. However, I do use them in my PC building studio. They are good, it's just that in my personal setup, I preferred something a little bit cleaner since this is also my room. And I think this fit a little bit better. I really like white wood, so I went for this. Second thing you may notice straight away is the chair. This is a custom chair I got made from Max Nomich. However, unfortunately, they went out of business in Europe. If you're in America, I think you can still order from them. This was the leader executive chair, and I got my logo stitched on the back. I absolutely love this chair. I just cannot recommend the brand anymore, at least here, because they're not selling anymore. And I also no longer have any kind of commercial relationship with them, which is a shame because I like the brand. And that's going to be a trend for basically everything today. The stuff I use is just because I like it. Chair aside, well, brief mention for my computer, but I have a dedicated video on the channel explaining the build, why I got it. It's a pretty strange build. I have 10 terabytes of Gen 5 storage, but that's because of all the videos and the work that I do. And it has a deleted Ryzen 7 9800X3D with liquid metal inside the Ryzen chip. I did not upgrade to the 9850X3D because this being deleted and overclocked, it's about the same performance. Now, yes, I could go out there, buy a 9850X3D, delete, overclock it, and gain, I don't know, 5%. But is it really worth it for all that time for me? No, so I'm keeping this one. Then I'm running an RTX 5090 and MSI Ventus. I wanted to change that for a while for a cooler custom model, but after vertical mounting it, I've got to say I kind of like it because it's silver, so it still matches the NZXT H9, the case a little bit, and the build itself was in collaboration with NZXT, and it's fully NZXT, even the motherboard, great motherboard by the way. I've had it for a while, super stable for overclocking, great for RAM tuning. And speaking about RAM, I'm using some Patriot Viper M-Power RAM, limited edition stuff in 48 gigabytes 2x24 M die. It goes so fast, it's the best for tuning. But again, I promised I wouldn't talk for the whole video about my PC, so let's actually move forward with the rest of the things on the setup. I want to touch briefly on the lighting, because if you see from the outside, you will probably notice it. And the lighting, full disclaimer, is the only part in today's video that's sponsored. And it's a Calefo kit. It's a kit made of 2-bar lamps and a PC light strip, which goes on the back of your monitor, because I like to use a 3-point illumination for my setup. Now, these, they look RGB on video, but they can actually be changed. I will show you quickly. And you can also set them just to a warm white light, which I use for studying or if I need to read any documents. That's what helps me do that. And I like it in 3-point, and I don't like it behind my monitor directly because I like to just look at the monitor, but I do like some ambient glow. I think it makes a lot of difference. It may not look like it during the day, but if you take a look at it during the night, it makes a lot of difference. And this was super easy to install. You basically just glue a few pieces on the back of your monitor and put the strip on it. And then you just mount the lamps. It's 1 screw each, and position them wherever they want. They have a single power adapter for both lamps. And then you have one for the actual light strip, which also have a button. And then all of that, you get a USB dongle, you plug into your PC, you download the Calefo app, you can tune it. They have custom presets. You can sync it with the music you're listening to, with the videos you're watching. It's really nice, and I think it completed my setup because I like minimal setups. That's a trend you're going to see going on. However, it was too minimal. I had no RGB except for my PC, and at night it was pretty dark, so this actually helped finish it. and I reached out to Calefo. They wanted to sponsor this video. So it's a win-win situation. I will leave a link to them down below, but I will also leave a link down below to all the products mentioned, even though they are not sponsoring this video. It's just the stuff that I use. Moving away from the lighting, again, I mentioned it's attached on one of the monitors. My monitor setup right now is pretty strange, but it has a reason for it, okay? But it's still work in progress in a sense. So my main monitor is what you see behind me. It's a 34-inch monitor. If you are one of the 2 people who have been watching me for a while, you will not be surprised, because even back in the day, I have an old setup speed build of when I first built this, like 6 years ago. I had an Asus PG348Q monitor, 34-inch, 3440 by 1440, 100 Hz IPS, great panel. I kept it until not too long ago, but that was a bad gaming panel. What I have here today is LG OLED monitor, and it's a 34-inch, 3440 by 1440, but 240 Hz OLED. And the response time in this thing is insane. Now, of course, being this big, it's not the best for competitive gaming, let's be honest, but that's why I have the secondary monitor. So for a while, I wanted to play on the secondary monitor. Secondary monitor is an LC power model, which I reviewed on the channel, and it's a dual mode monitor. So it's 4K, but you can then toggle a switch and it becomes 1080p high refresh rate. Again, full video is on the channel for basically everything covered here today. So if you want a single component, you can just search it on my channel. But this monitor is great because being 4K with decent color calibration, I can use it for my videos, but I can also play on it. And the main monitor, I play single player titles where the ultra wide is great. And of course, being ultra wide, it's the best for productivity. May not be the best for reading, some people say, because it's OLED. Switching from the Asus panel, for a while I actually agreed, but now I think it's pretty good. I don't mind it, I think it's good enough. Moving away from monitors, let's talk about mouse, keyboard, and headphones. But actually before that, you may have noticed the widgets I have. I have a Divom times gauge right under my monitor where I check my follower count. I have a few different time zones and I just use it. I think it's nice to have. It's a clock, smart clock. And that I covered on my Instagram and on my YouTube shorts. I know a lot of you guys only watch my long format or only watch my short format. Not everything gets shown everywhere. So if you want to see more content, you can always check my Instagram or my YouTube shorts. There's a lot more stuff there. But I have that. I have a few speakers from Logitech. They're old and I should switch them to a soundbar. So that's gonna be replaced soon. But I don't really watch movies here that much. I just use it for my own YouTube videos and I always have headphones. So whatever, they are outdated. And then I have a box full of USB keys, and around the whole setup and also inside the computer you will see there is some nerdy stuff. I have a Mini Cooper because I love cars. I have something from Yu-Gi-Oh! And also on top of my shelves I have a lot of nerdy stuff, Rick and Morty stuff. I just like those things, guys, I have to admit. But let's move forward to the audio, because I mentioned that I always use headphones. And which headphones do I use? Well, some of you guys may not be happy with it, but my favorite headphone on the market is the AirPods Max 2. And they are the best. For noise cancellation, for just how light they are, for long sessions, they're great. I also use them when traveling. They're the best out there. But if I have to game or stay on Discord or talk to people, then I use what you can see on the edge of my setup. And that's the Astro A50. And these are the latest version after Astro was bought by Logitech. They are good. They are a little bit heavy. I think I prefer the A40s with the cable and the mix amp. Those were a little bit better maybe. But for a wireless pair of headphones, this is pretty high end. And for gaming, they are really good. You have to calibrate them a little bit, but they're good. I actually never cover them on the channel, but it's my choice of headphones, unfortunately. And for my choice of controller, that may be just as controversial, I actually use DualShock Edge. Even though I covered like 10 different controllers, even though I reviewed SCAF, even though I reviewed a few Hex controllers, I tried a lot of stuff, but I have pretty big hands and this just fits better in my hand, and I prefer PlayStation controllers because I overclock them to 8000 Hz polling rate, as I show in my overclock your controller video. So it's just the best for me. I use some Control Freak on top of it, and that's it. Just stock DualShock Edge. I think it's great value for money. I think it's really good. Mouse and keyboard. Well, it's sitting on a high desk mat. By the way, did you know I have my own desk mat? The link is always in the description, but I never plug it. But anyways, high desk mat because I like the blue tone and I also really like the brand height. And on top of it are sitting my mouse and keyboard choice. Now these really may surprise you because they're all pretty old. The mouse especially, I've had it for a while. The mouse is the Logitech G903 and I use it wirelessly charged on the PowerPlay mat. So you will see I have a desk mat and then I have the actual Logitech mat on top of it. And that's because I prefer a heavier mouse. Again, because I have a pretty big hand, I do a lot of sports. I just prefer a heavier mouse. I know it's not the best for competitive gaming, but when I play competitively, I use a controller. Yes, I know, guys, I know. But that's what I do. And for keyboard, it's an Applemaker P75. Applemaker is my favorite brand for keyboards by far. And this is just the one that I like the most because it has the shift knob, which I need, absolutely. But it's not too fancy and it's pretty small. I like to have space, so I try to keep it as tidy as possible. Am I forgetting anything? What else? Well, I have a Gengar case for my AirPods, and then yeah, I have a few phones, but I would say that covers it. So this is my setup. I think I forgot my webcam. I have an OBS bot camera that I actually reviewed on the channel. It's a camera that follows you as you move around the room. It's pretty cool if you want to play tricks during conferences or calls on Zoom. Nothing crazy, but it's what I use. And with this, I think I really wrapped it up. So let me know, should I upgrade something? What would you change? Again, I am actually not recommending you copy me because this is what I've chosen for me. And everything has a unique reason. It's not really because it's the best. And that's why in my videos I always try to go over who a certain product is for. Because yeah, I could buy a much more expensive keyboard or a much more expensive mouse or better headphones, but I think it's not what I would like to use day to day. But still, let me know if you would change anything or if you like something specifically. And if you also like the video, drop a like, subscribe, and you can also now become a member to support the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.